A family is sacrificing everything they have for one thing, a university degree. Today, I want to talk about the most expensive lie ever sold to young Gambians. I want to tell you the truth that nobody, not your parents, not your teachers, not your government, has had the courage to say out loud. Gambia's youth unemployment rate sits at 40%. That means that every young person living in the Gambia right now who is ready to work cannot find a job. And the worst part is that the people who designed this system, they always knew that the degree was not about getting you a job, about getting you into a system, a circle, a queue that someone else controls. Most of us are still standing in the queue, waiting for a door that was never going to open. Subscribe. My thing gave me this to show me that many of you watching this haven't you subscribed. As you can see, I was reading it. So please do us a favor, hit the subscribe button, and really help us grow the community and everything. And help us, grow a little bit. So hit the subscribe button. It only takes 2 seconds to do it. Only 2 seconds to just double tap, and or just one tap. So please do it. And I appreciate you guys. Somewhere in the Gambia right now, a father is selling the only piece of land that his grandfather left him. Mother is borrowing money from relatives she will spend years repaying. A family is sacrificing everything they have for one thing, a university degree. 4 years later, that son, that daughter, the one that they sacrificed everything for, is sitting at an attire bar spot or scrolling their phones at home, waiting for an opportunity that was promised to them but never existed. I want to talk about the most expensive lie ever sold to young Gambians. And I want to tell you the truth that nobody, not your parents, not your teachers, not your government, has had the courage to say out loud. Let me give you the numbers because the numbers don't lie, even when the system does. Gambia's youth unemployment rate sits at 40%. That means that every young person living in the Gambia right now who is ready to work cannot find a job. But here's the part that should shake you. That number doesn't separate the graduates from the dropouts or the degree holders from the one that never finished school. Match them together because in the Gambia's job market, for most industries, the difference barely exists. Just think about what that means. Your family sold land, skipped meals, took loans, sacrificed all their lives just to buy you a certificate that in most cases gives you the same outcome as someone who never bought it. A degree was never a product, it was a promise. A social contract that said study hard and graduate, and the system will never reward you. The system made that promise decades ago when the Gambian economy could absorb all those young people graduating, when the government created, plentiful of jobs, when BSc, a bachelor's degree, actually meant something in an interview. That world is gone, and the institution sending you the degree never updated the terms and conditions. Continuing to follow those old rules in this new economy is not just naive, it's a financial suicide. The worst part is that the people who designed this system, they always knew that the degree was not about getting you a job. It's about getting you into a system, a circle, a queue that someone else controls. And most of us are still standing in the queue, waiting for a door that was never going to open. But the economic argument is just half the story because what this system does to young people physiologically, this is where it gets really dangerous. I want you to imagine something. You just graduated, you are 24 years old, political science, business administration, information technology, something that sounded important when you enrolled. You have done everything right, everything they have told you to do. You've done everything. You are broke, you are living in your parents' house, you cannot contribute to the family. You wake up every single morning carrying a weight that nobody talks about, overqualified for the opportunities available to you and underqualified for the ones that you actually want. That feeling has a name, educated poverty. It is destroying an entire generation of young Gambians who did everything right and still ended up in the wrong places. Now let's construct that with something that I've watched happen in my own eyes. Like young people in Serakunda, some of them are dropouts, some of them never set their foot on university, but they've taught themselves graphic designing, content creation, how to edit videos, how to create videos on YouTube tutorials. Some of them also went into buying and selling of products and advertising it on social media platforms. These people, some of them also figured out how to do solar installation, repair phones, etc. No degrees, no student loans, no 4 years sitting in the lecture hall memorizing things they will never use. Just skills, real applicable, marketable skills, and real income. While the graduate peers are still waiting, they are already building. And here is the counter initiative truth that I want you to sit with me. For many young Gambians, the degree is not the ladder out of poverty. It is the crate dressed up as the ladder. Because the moment you get the certificate, something physiologically happens. You start to believe that certain opportunities are beneath you. You should not have to start from the bottom, that your qualifications entitles you to something. And while you are waiting for that something, a person without the degree already started from the bottom and is now 3 years ahead of you. Certificate gives you confidence, but it gives you the wrong kind. And that makes you feel too qualified to start rather than hungry enough to build. And in an economy like the Gambia, the hunger to build will always outperform the pride of a qualification. So what do you actually do? If you are 18 years old right now in the Gambia, whether in Banjul, Serakunda, Birkama, wherever you are, and you have $50,000 right now, you are trying to decide whether to take that loan for your university fees. What is the move? Option 1. Master a high income digital skill. Graphic designing, video editing, web development. These are skills that businesses in the Gambia and across Africa and globally are paying real money for right now. The $15,000 buys you a laptop, a data connection, and access to course that you need to be skilled between 6 to 12 months. This is not a framework, it's a skill that someone will pay you for on a Monday morning. And now you have option 2, enter localized commerce. Gambia has a massive consumption of self-shortage of electronics, food supplies, clothing. These are gaps whereby if you bring your $50,000 and invest and have the right information, you can start building steady income. Strategy is simple. Buy low, sell high, and then we invest every single thing to scale the business. The oldest business model, and it works. Now you have option 3, vocational mastery. Example, solar installation, AC repairs, vehicle mechanics, so on and so forth. Gambia's infrastructure crisis, example, the power cuts, has a growing demand for energy alternatives, has created a skill shortage in the trades that is only going to get worse. Electrician who knows solar systems is not looking for a job right now. Hotels are calling him, businesses are calling him, schools are also calling him. Vocational mastery in the right trade is not a fallback option. In the Gambia in 2026, it is one of the most powerful moves a young person can make. And I'm not telling you that university is evil. I'm not telling you that education does not matter. I am telling you that in the Gambia right now, for most young people, there are faster, cheaper, and more direct paths to building real financial freedom. And you deserve to know those paths exist. Somewhere in the Gambia right now, there is a 70-year-old who is about to make a decision that will shape their own future, and nobody around them is giving them the full picture. Their parents are telling them what worked 30 years ago, their teachers are teaching them what the curriculum says, and the university is telling them what makes the university money. Nobody is telling them the truth. So here is the question I want you to sit with tonight. If you knew what you know now, will you still have made the same decision? I want to say something very quick. Some of you watching this video have been here before. You've watched multiple episodes, you have sent this to someone, and you have thought about what was said here, but you have not subscribed yet. And I want you to understand something. Every subscriber is not just a number. Every subscriber tells the algorithm that this conversation matters, so it can recommend it to many Gambians to read this message. If we have ever talked about something in here in the channel that have made you think differently, hit the subscribe button. It only takes 2 seconds to do it, so it can recommend the videos that we do to many Gambians as possible. So please do it. Remember, the system was not designed to make you free. It was designed to make you manageable.